Hello, welcome back everyone. Welcome to the 13th episode of the wacky world of wonky potatoes. And last episode we built this storage castle, but we didn't really do any interior. And so if we hop down, and if we go in, we can see that it's just an empty shell, except for the storage. I thought I had spent my 3 hours minimum placing everything from the old storage into the new one, when just now it suddenly hit me. Everything from the trial chambers is still in the other house. So if I remember correctly, yes, there's even more trash in here. Now this should do. And I did have a few difficulties finding the chests to place this stuff in, because nothing is labeled. And whilst I could place item frames on this side of chests, it would make it a bit more difficult, because then I would have to scooch over, or I could place signs on the chest, but those are a bit obnoxious. So what I'm gonna do is take one block from a chest that's in there, and I'm gonna place it underneath. So it's gonna be very subtle. If I place it like here, it disrupts the floor completely. If I place it here, it doesn't. Alright, so now we have this 1 pixel outline of everything which is in the chests above, except for these 2 columns, because there's nothing in them yet, and for these last 3, because there's also nothing in there. But now I can see these woods. So the storage room should be more functional now. And it is time to move on to real interior decorating, which is gonna take a while. I've already finished interior for the storage room and the big tower, so let's go take a look. When we come in, we are greeted with an ender chest, some blast furnaces, some utility stuff, a nice little hallway, and then we get our storage room. The carpet has soul sand underneath it, so now I can go very quickly from spruce wood all the way to nether wood and other things. The ceiling is pretty alright, if I say so myself. And then we walk through this hall and we get into the big tower. Now this floor is armory and weapon stuff, I guess. We have a small forge thing. We can hammer our swords here, dum dum dum, and dip them in the water to cool them off. And then we can hang them up right here, or when soldiers would go up to defend. This is just an intermediary stage with some storage and way to the other tower and to the wall. But if we go up this ladder, we get to the top floor, where we can go to these windows. And then, even though Minecraft won't allow us to shoot through the gaps, you could imagine if there's an invading force, there are people here shooting at them to defend the castle. And if we go up to the roof, we get our great vantage point. I also changed the deep slate from the floor to something a bit more colorful, because the walls are gray If the floor is also gray with deep slate, it was just a little bit too much. So we put some color in, and you might be able to see that I put a whale in. See, this is his head with his mouth open, his eye, then one fin, and then its tail. And I thought to put this guy in the floor because the castle is close to the ocean, as we all know. And if the kingdom is one next to the ocean, they probably see whales sometimes. And those are big and strong creatures. So it would make sense that they adopt the whale symbol as a sign of strength. And so a castle with a whale in it is an unbeatable fortress. Hopefully. And now I'm gonna do the interior for the barracks, and then we'll see what we do with this tower. So let's go do some more interior. Ah, wait a minute. I woke up in the barracks. This must mean one thing. I have finished the barracks interior. And I have some beds over here, some bunk beds with a ladder to get to the top one or to the middle one. We have some storage for the people who live here. And this is the kitchen. Small cooking place. You can wash your hands, wash vegetables or something, put things in the cupboard. And then this is the eating place. It's with those flappy chairs, like you had at school in the old days, with the chairs that flap out from the table and then you sit on them so they don't flap back up, and then you go from them and then bam, they shoot back up. Anyway, if we go up here, we get to the attic with some extra firewood and kitchen supplies. Then you can go on the wall to this tower, which I transformed into a small cactus farm, which hopefully works. I think it should work with the fences on the second layer of the cactus. If not, I might have to pull them up one more. I hope these corner blocks don't pose a problem, but I don't think they should. I've only just constructed it, so it's logical there's nothing in there, but if there's nothing in there at the end of the episode, I might just have to redo this. Yes! And if we go over this part, you can see I put a chair here, because this is gonna be the throne room, where I'm gonna be sitting on my chair. And you can see here that I have 9 item frames. What does every good king need? A map of his land. So why wait with getting the map when I can get the map whilst I'm doing the throne room? This is editing magic. Let's go to the courtyard and see what the first map gives us. Oh, that's our castle. Oh my. Won't you look at that? Our castle, the farm, summoning circle, the village forest, the starting island, our nether fortress, our nether portal island, and even most part of the church. This map is looking good. And hopefully the throne room as well. Well, the throne still needs just some trapdoors, but those are aging, as is this door. And I put a rug just because, and I put these flowers. It's maybe not the most bombastic throne room, but it's a small castle, so it wouldn't be too fitting to have a huge throne room when the castle is only this big. But I like it. And I also added a way to get to this little tower thing, which is this little stairway. But with this, I think the interior of the castle is actually done, which is faster than I expected. It still took me quite a long time, but it wasn't too bad. And I also thought of something else I could do, namely put a big old tree in the middle, because I think it's a bit too empty right now, the courtyard, and having a big old tree standing over here. So then we would walk around it, could look good. So let me make a tree, hopefully a good tree, because some of them are better than the others. King in the castle, king in the castle. Looks like we're under new management. We are purple now. Purple and white. And my chair has changed just a little bit to be a bit more imposing for our new purple ruling. I've also made some flags of the purple cross. The purple cross of potato munchers. And with that, it would seem that the castle is quite finished. Because we have some flags, we have some branding, we have interior, and I honestly think that this might be it for the episode. If you liked it, why don't leave a like? Why not? And subscribe, wow, and all those other things. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.